In 2022, we sold our interest in Synchron. It was acquired by the WT Financial Group. At that stage, I had 3 life insurance policies, one for $1.5 million and 2 that amounted to $800,000. Now, these were pretty hefty premiums when you come my age. You know, I was 72 at the time, and you're paying, I think I was paying close to $60,000 a year for the $1.5 million policy. The $800,000 policies, I was paying a somewhat smaller amount, but it was still something that grabbed your attention. When we sold our interest in Synchron, that meant that we no longer had a salary coming in. So I had to review where I sat as far as finances were concerned. Now, clearly, I'm not short of a quid. Clearly, I wasn't scratching around to find the next dollar. But you still look at where your outgoings are. Did I need $1.5 million of life insurance, for example, at $60,000 a year? Clearly not. And that was one of the considerations we did, and we in fact cancelled that policy. We still had the $800,000, which I kept aside, and a year and a half after that, I looked at that policy as well and said, well, do I really need $800,000 worth of extra life insurance? I'm debt-free, I have ample assets, and I have ample income now because we've got Lempart working. Do I really need that policy with its $40,000 a year plus premium? And I made a decision to discontinue that policy too. 6 months after I cancelled the $1.5 million policy, I had a visit from 2 executives from iExtend, and they went through the concept. Remember, I like things that are different. I like someone who's doing something different. That excites me. And so the whole concept of iExtend was something that I wanted to know more about. I quite frankly wish they'd come to see me 6 months earlier. If they'd come to see me 6 months earlier, I would have very much considered the $1.5 million life insurance policy as an opening gambit with my experience with iExtend. However, it is what it is. So I now looked at the $800,000 life insurance I have, and I decided it was time I moved that on, and I'd already made that decision. And so I'd used the iExtend as an opener, as a way of working out how this system works. So I moved the policies across in what's called a co-ownership arrangement, and my life insurance now exists of $800,000, which is co-owned with iExtend on a reducing basis, and I no longer have to pay premiums. And that's a good system for us.